Happy August 13th, Saturday the 13th, collective. Hey, so Mars is in Taurus right now, but it's on the precipice of Gemini. So it's just about ready to go into Gemini. And I'm going to give you a picture of what Mars in Gemini is essentially, what that looks like. So Mars in Gemini is going to do best in like a fast-paced environment. You know those little earbuds that you put in for your Apple phone or what have you? It would be like one of those tuned in to a radio station that you like, and then one of those tuned in to your TV show that you're watching, okay? And you're on the treadmill. That's Mars in Gemini. Because the one that has the radio might be louder because you want to hear your music while you're working out, but you want to hear what they're saying on the TV show too because you're watching that. See? So it's split. Your energy's split. And I feel like collective, that's what you're doing right now. You're getting ready for that. Because your spirit guides are there, but you still have to walk out the reality of how this is going to transmute in your life and what's to come, right? So you can't tune out either one right now. So you've got two different energies. I love Mars and Gemini, just saying. Because I can do that. I can listen to two things, as long as one is a little bit quieter. If one is a little bit quieter, then I can still follow what's going on. And I can listen to both of them. I can enjoy both of them. And it is enjoyable. In the 80s, you know, when they had the headphones like with the band, I just made my own set. So I had two headphones and I like taped them together, and then I would just put one in this, plug it into the radio, and this one was plugged into my TV. And I'd work out. That's Mars and Gemini. Because I wanted to be a part of both experiences. And I thrived. So that's good luck to have Mars and Gemini. And it's really, really close. It's like 27 degrees Taurus. It's going to go into Gemini probably, I don't know, tomorrow or Monday. So the moon right now is on the precipice of going into Aries, which is fire. So it's still in Pisces for today, but then by tomorrow it goes into Pisces water. And we need some water right now. Because if you look at these triangles, if you charted the planets for today, the major red triangle with the clan and Saturn and the sun, that's all fire and earth. And then that little lion's gate, that really pretty blue one with your dreams and relationships being transformed, that doesn't have any water either. Yeah. That's got fire and air. Yeah. Especially when Mars goes into Gemini.
My first reaction would be to say, right,
yeah.
Let me assess the situation.
But you know, this is the thing I was thinking about. These spells. And not to encourage them or anything, but if you examine the spells they put you on, you collective, like first you had these isolation, hermit, make them alone, make them not have any contacts with anybody. So they put all these isolation spells on you. And now they're putting these spells to like send people towards you, you know, to blemish or tarnish or unpurify your gifts, what have you, or to catfish you, to just give it time, you know. We'll get somebody, we'll hook something, and then we can knock her over the head, roll her in a blanket, and roll her off the bridge. I don't know what the goal is, but if you think about the alchemy of those spells, like, okay, so we have this isolated person, but now all of a sudden we're sending all these people toward her. I mean, doesn't it cancel itself out? I mean, you would assume it would cancel itself out. It's a very Mars and Gemini duality where there's just these two energies that they're not jiving. You can't have both. It's going to cancel itself out. Nobody in a hermit mode is going to, first of all, they're going to be really tuned in. All of a sudden, all these people are coming toward me. So there's something wrong with that, because I'm supposed to be alone and isolated with no one liking me, right? And to all of a sudden, oh my God, Jesus Christ, they're all around me. So I don't know. I'm not trying to encourage them like on how to enhance their spell work, but yeah. And actually, I hope there's a meeting in the up above, the spirit, you know, to like, hey, no more black magic. Like, what's going on? Well, what's the council thinking of all this? But you know, You give them enough rope, just let them do what they're gonna do. You have to have that Mars and energy mentality. Like, I can do both. I can listen to spirit. I can walk this TV show out that I'm starring in, and keep my sanity. And maybe you'll even thrive, because you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy walking the TV show out that you're in, because spirit's right there in your ear. So, yeah, good stuff, right? Good stuff. So this full card, this is a big deal. This is Zero, this is Pluto, this is Scorpio. But, they win the trick, but they don't score. If you play trumps, if you've ever played the card game Trumps, and you played this card. So you might pull a trick with this card, but it's not going to score. It's not worth any points. So I feel like that's kind of metaphorically speaking of what's going on around you, is they're sending these people towards you, hoping to score, right? Pretty soon we can knock her over the head, roll her in the blanket, and roll her off the bridge. I don't know if that's the goal or not, or sign her life away or what have you. But it really can't work when zero points on the full card. Look, I just shuffled. 0 points, okay? They got the trick. You got someone to come toward you. You're enjoying a conversation, but you can't score. It's just, you can't. And anybody that knows my situation totally understands why. Like, totally gets it. Like, oh yeah, you probably don't want anyone right now. Yeah, it's not honorable. It's not honorable after everything that's been done to me. Because they're trying to steal the gifts, and Spirit knows that the holier you stay, the holier your gifts are. And they're determined to have you walk out of that energy. They're determined to have you just give it time. Just give it time. They'll get back in the car that'll take them off the cliff. And this was a scary enough journey to ever go off a cliff again. I know that this guy right here wants that. This is the other thing too. This was a contract collective. So if the ops failed at the contract, he's just going to send reinforcements, just like Spirit World does for us. So pretty soon, you're going to be dancing with the actual devil, because they're either going to inhibit that soul or that person coming towards you, which they might have already done that. And that's where borders and safeties come in, okay? Borders and safeties, to learn the boundaries. That's why Spirit is letting you go through this fighting fire with fire, because he's got to get you to a point that your borders and safeties are right there automatically. They have sent so many people in your past where you were so kind or nice that you let them into your energy. You let them into your home maybe. And that you can't go on like that anymore. They had to build a strong enough electric fence around you that it was like, no. You had to set that boundary up for yourself, for your own energy field, to keep these people out. Is it nice? Is it friendly? You can do it in a nice and friendly way, but Spirit wants to make sure that you are the one establishing those borders and safeties. Because some of these groups, maybe they've betrayed you, so you can't always go off of the borders and safeties of your group, your clan. You've had to create your own, just for your own ability to stay alive. You had to create your own borders and safeties. So, yeah. Scary stuff, huh? No, that full moon energy still got me a little spooked. It does what it does. And of course the moon was in Aquarius. So if that is your sun sign, you probably felt an extra amount of stress. Anytime the moon is in your sun sign, it's just you get less done because you're so concentrated on your environment, what's going on around you. But when the moon is furthest away from your sun sign, you'll start getting more accomplished and things. So this one wanted to talk. Yeah, borders and safeties from your group. It's kind of a big deal. And that's why you're going through it so many times. And these people, they all look the same. they all, I mean, my God, it's just this repeat offender of the same type of people they're sending towards you. And you see it, you know, and it's like, yo, and it is what it is, because Spirit's letting it happen so that you have your borders and safeties established. It's a trick, but not a score. You might win the trick. They'll win the trick, but they're not going to score. Is that, you know, that's the kind of vibe I want you to remember. Like, don't be cruel or mean, but your electric fence is set, and it might have to be that way for a while, because these people are just, you know, you knew they wouldn't stop, Collective. You knew they wouldn't stop. All right, let's take a look here. I actually pulled quite a few cards. So the center theme of this are the messages that you're sending while you're defending yourself. This electric fence, that's what this is about, okay? So this is you defending yourself, and you're getting that message out. Look, you know, the situation I'm in right now, I have to keep these borders and safeties because somebody's after my gift, or somebody's after something from me. We don't know the motive, but they are doing anything they can to take your percentages down, okay? You have percentages, Collective. In the spiritual world, they're looking at all the things that you've accomplished. And this person, the people are in your environment, are trying to take those points away, okay? Because, well, we know who they really are. We know that we can lead them down this other path. So while they have that goal, you have your goals, okay? And this is what's crossing that energy, is this gossip. You don't know what the lie is. You don't know what they've said, or it doesn't really matter. It was about the money, right? Somebody was bribed to come and do this to you, to come and entice you or catfish you or catch you off guard, okay? With Mars and Gemini, I think I've told you how to master it, you know? Split that energy, listen to Spirit, tune into that TV show, because you don't know what the lie is, and it really wasn't about the lie anyway. It was about how much they were paid to do it, okay? Because who are they going to pick? They're going to pick the vulnerable people, maybe homeless people, people that can't make the payments anymore. People are worried about that. When most of the readings that I'm listening to, like, the world is coming to an end. So we shouldn't worry about bills and things anyway. But if you're in a court situation, you have to show yourself stable. You have to show yourself, like, I care about A, B, and C. So, again, you're still fighting off the gossip and the lies, but truly it was about the monetary bribe. So don't blame that person. I mean, you know what it's like to be in that situation where you can't make a payment, or you can't. They did it for that reason. It had nothing personal, okay? It's nothing personal against you, Collective. Because I think you're great. And the subconscious is the Empress, so everyone in the environment is well aware of this Empress. And you should be aware, Collective, that you're the star. You're the star of the TV show, okay? This is you. Because we know you're going to hold your ground. You're in this Five of Wands. And this is fire, okay? These wands are your electric fence. Because even after the battle, they endure. Fire endures. It stays around you. And that's how it's like branded. It's branded into your spirit, these wands. It's branded. Your borders and safeties. It's going to make you a star. How did they walk it out? How did they do that? Well, you listened to Spirit, you walked it out, and fought fire with fire. That's what you had to do. So this is the energy you're walking away from. Is this maybe this waiting? And it's 3, so it's Sagittarius. I think you've really, really come to grips with, like, your voice, and it was smashed for so long that you're like, I like my voice. I like that I'm heard for once in my life. I love it. Because it was squashed down for so long that you're like, dude, I love it. So this Sagittarius energy is what your foundation is. That's your I am. So you're moving away from that toward this energy to identity, to ego, Queen of Wands. So walk in this energy. You've established your electric fence. You've established your I am. And you can walk in this energy. And all the other ones, too, that are in your belt. Because you're Empress. So there was some kind of announcement, news, especially for this person in Two of Wands. There's a lot of fire in this reading. It's a lot of fire. Because remember, you know, the sun's talking to Saturn, talking to the clan. That's fire. Because the sun's in Leo. Saturn's in Aquarius.
But now they're all in their head about that because something is about to change.
It's a lot of fire.
We got the thief, the courthouse, so something could be judgment in this 23.
This is how people see you, speaking your truth. Which is a little unorthodox, you know. Living in two different realities. I get it, it is unorthodox, but dude, that's what you have to do. You don't know how this is all gonna pan out. Black magic didn't kill you, thank God. You know, I was thinking about that. I was thinking, you know, they are so obsessed with the ritual of it. It's almost like, you know how you get up collective and maybe you have a routine, like you maybe do your stretches or you run your treadmill or you know, there's just certain things you do before you start your day, have your cup of tea or coffee. This is, people in this black magic, they have these rituals and they're obsessed with it because they've been successful in the past. But suddenly, you know, you're still here. This is hopes and wishes. That there's collaboration for your independence. Because somebody else sees that you're fighting for your independence. You know, you're not retaliating. I don't see anything in the cards where the star is out there knocking on doors, clubbing people, putting them in a blanket, throwing them over the bridge. I don't see that in this reading. But you know that somebody else might, and so you hope that there's collaboration for you to maintain this, because that's truly all you want, is to be able to, hey, oh my God, I have a voice finally. It's not being squashed down. Just think of your ancestors, seriously, like those of you that came from Jewish descent, or just voices that they didn't even have a right. They didn't even matter. It's like you don't even get to talk. What? I don't even get to talk. Your electric fence is going to be so strong by the end of this. By the end of this. But that's the perfection of it, is doing something over and over until it just becomes automatic pilot for you. Automatic pilot. Oh, you're sending another one toward me. Great. I'll be friendly, but boundaries. You know, boundaries. Orders and safeties. The outcome of this reading is this King of Pentacles. This might be what you graduate to. That stability. Because you might be working, or you might be saving so that you can leave your environment. I think a lot of you are finding that as an option. Like, okay, I'll save so that I can leave this situation. Remember that the antagonist is so controlling that that'll be really difficult. But you shouldn't have to endure this independence, okay, alone. So I pray you have a spiritual partner. I pray you guys have a spiritual partner that you can trust, just to keep you in the environment you're in, because obviously Spirit has called you to that environment. But for those of you that know that you need to get out of that environment because it's so toxic, this King of Pentacles will actually be the energy where you can save the money to do that. Because I know they tried to stop your money and slow it down. I know they did. Yeah. Bribing, yeah, is how they did it. But I won't go there. I won't show any more paranoia for today. Because it's all good. I feel good. Because my ancestors know that I like my voice. I like it. I like it that it's heard. It should be heard, okay? You guys kick ass. We're going to go into Mars and Gemini here really soon, and Mars and Aries. Moon and Aries tomorrow. Moon and Aries. It's a new beginning. I love you, collective. Have a good evening.